Hi, my name is Emerson Willis and this is compulsory question 4. What's your name?
Hello, I'm Harry Biggs. I'm a teacher of classics here at Cold School.
My name is Ryan Masher.
My name is Rebecca.
And I'm Justin.
Hi, I'm Izzy.
My name is Jodie.
To get an idea of you as an audience member, what's your favourite film and why?
So my favourite film is basically anything by Stanley Kubrick. And in this case, I guess The Shining is probably one of my favourite films. The reason would be because it's kind of very plot-driven and it kind of surprises you. It's very suspenseful throughout the atmosphere that's created. But without spoiling it, it's not what you expect at the end of the film at all compared to the beginning of it.
My favourite film is Grown Ups and Grown Ups 2 because they're just really funny.
My favourite film is Mamma Mia because I like the story and I like all the singing that's in it.
My favourite film was Shawshank Redemption. Brilliant story, but what was great about it was it ended up being really uplifting in the end.
Marnie by Alfred Hitchcock.
My favourite film is definitely Alien because I'm really into sci-fi and also I think the tension is crazy in the movie.
Bridge to Terabithia because it was really emotive.
My favourite film is Black Panther because I thought it was a pivotal moment for the film industry.
What are your initial thoughts on the production?
Yeah, I thought it was very interesting. I was a bit surprised by it, again, a bit like I was describing the Shining there. It started off in a way that I didn't expect compared to how it ended, if that makes sense. When it said The Amazing True Story, it felt like it started like it was going to be like a documentary, and then it quickly became something more like a thriller. So I thought it was quite an interesting kind of take.
My initial thoughts on the production is that it was relatively easy to follow the storyline, and I thought that the message was quite clear as well.
I really liked the production. I really enjoyed the story and the flow of the story, and I really liked how the filming of the scenes took you through that journey of the story.
Yeah, I'd probably add to that. Definitely thought the scenes were pretty clever and you were kind of engaged in the characters. I think the music actually, it changed and it became pretty scary towards the end, and I think that was echoed by the soundtrack almost actually making you realise this was serious.
I liked the twist at the end of the film and made me want to watch more of it.
I really liked the camera work. I thought it made it really easy to follow the story and I think my favourite bit was the text messages.
I thought it was really good because it was quite relevant to society today as stalking women is very prevalent.
I really enjoyed it and I thought there was a clear storyline so it made it easy to follow.
What would you say the age rating is?
Well, at the beginning I would have said it was fairly young audience, but then given the nature of the kind of the kidnap and the stalking and that kind of stuff at the end, I'd say you'd immediately think 18 plus, but actually it's probably somewhere in the middle, so probably something more like 15 maybe.
I believe that this production should be rated 12A. This is because I think parents should be there, but also children need to be aware of things that happen like this.
When I watched it, I initially thought 15, but actually, given the storyline, I think it should be a 12A, as I think it's an important story for younger children as well.
Yeah, I agree with that. I definitely felt towards the end, it was pretty scary when she was locked away. So I thought sort of 18, but actually I agree it should be younger, primarily for teenagers to kind of see, I guess, the risks that are out there. So probably 12A or 15.
I'd say minimum 12A.
I would have said 18 plus, but actually I think 15 plus because it wasn't as graphic as it could have been, and also I think it's quite good for spreading awareness, and I think more people our age should be able to watch it because it is a real issue.
15?
Yeah, I'd say the same.
What do you believe the genre or genres are?
So as I said, like it definitely felt like almost like a docudrama or a crime watch kind of thing. Well, it didn't feel like a crime watch at the start. It felt like like an informative sort of BBC style documentary at the beginning about deafness, perhaps. And then later, it quite quickly became more like a crime watch thing. There was almost like a reenactment of a crime that had gone down. So it's kind of a blend between, as I say, documentary and drama.
I think that it's a documentary thriller.
I think the genre of the production should be crime, docu-crime.
definitely started off quite documentary in some fashion, but yeah, it was definitely a crime genre, and I think you were left kind of wanting to know, well, what's going to happen next.
I'd say thriller suspense.
I think it'd be a psychological thriller because you don't immediately know what's going on, but there is that element of horror in there as well.
A thriller?
Yeah, probably thriller.
What do you think the message behind the short film was?
So initially, I would have said to inform, because you had that almost sort of documentary style, you know, the amazing true story of the character. But then, given the nature of the stuff at the end, as I say, it reminded me a lot of Crime Watch being on the TV when I was younger. So in a way, it's informative, but in different ways. Perhaps raising awareness might be something that this was about. It was reminiscent of that kind of sort of TV program.
I think that the point of this short film is to spread awareness of things that can happen like this, such as kidnapping for money.
I think the message behind the production was about educating teenagers about being aware of their surroundings and what might happen to them.
Yeah, I'd probably it was definitely teenagers, but probably the fact that she was disabled, being more vulnerable with the disability.
To educate people about the dangers of walking home alone.
I think it was to not scare people, but raise awareness for these kind of issues, because it is something that really does happen, especially in our area. So maybe spreading awareness.
I think probably to highlight the difficulties of women in society today and what they kind of experience and go through.
Yeah, probably more to do with like disabled people and how that can be more difficult for them.
Do you think this production is engaging for the audience?
Yeah, I definitely enjoyed it. I feel like you were hooked. You were made to like the character at the beginning, and then immediately, I guess the suspense came in. Like, it kind of went on its head about 2/3 of the way through. Didn't expect it. Did want to know more. You know, I don't know what the amazing true story is. I hope that they got out of it alive, and they did so in a very clever way. But I don't know. I mean, yeah, I'm intrigued to know more.
Yes, I found this film very engaging because there was an unexpected plot twist.
I think the film is really engaging. It started off sort of about friendship and took people on the journey and turned more serious as it went through.
Yeah, I agree. I think it was really engaging. I think actually the camera angles kind of brought you in a little bit. Certainly when the stalker suddenly appeared, it took a turn. And I think the final thing I'd say is you wanted to know what was going to happen next, what's going to happen to the victim. So yeah, definitely engaging.
I do think it was engaging. I think the cliffhanger at the end made people want to watch more.
I really did think it was engaging because the tension was quite high and the sound work was really kept me on my toes.
Yeah, I definitely say it was, yeah.
Yeah.